Day 19, take two. I just spent a good 8 solid minutes rocking out my flow. Sounded so perfect, and coming to find out, didn't save. Now, this is the second time this has happened to me, so I actually have to really stay focused and pay attention to what I'm doing, apparently. Man. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get everything out just as perfect as I said it the first time. So here we go. Day 18. We talked about our mission for today. For day 19 was to what? Not complain, right? How did that go? For me, I talked about yesterday how I don't struggle with that. That's actually a really positive thing of mine, is I can really motivate people to get over that. I shift my mind all the time with things that are bothering me, and I'm always looking at the positive side. So today I was around a lot of different people and got a chance to really expand on that. So since I wasn't growing today, I wanted to see what I could do to help other people. So for instance, somebody got a scuff on their shoe. It's like, dang it, I got mud on my shoe. It's like, aw, because what else are you going to say, right? But then what? That person's going to be bummed out about their shoe for the next 2 minutes, probably 3 minutes, maybe even more than that. Maybe that just sets their whole course of their day because they really like their shoes. So a second, what else are you going to say besides, okay, oh my God, isn't it so beautiful today? And truly was, just like the best day. Totally gorgeous. So, oh yeah, it is really nice. We're supposed to have nice weather this whole weekend. Oh, this whole weekend, it's going to be great, right? Like shifting their mind. So if I'm not shifting my own mind, at least I can be shifting those around me too, because ultimately it's their energy that's going to affect me anyhow if I'm going to be right next to them. So all day long I did that, and every single time blew me away, worked perfectly. So whenever someone would say a complaint, it would be met with, whatever was needed, so it didn't look like I was completely uninterested in what they were saying, but also redirecting their thought. And it was really that simple. Being aware of my own emotions so much, and that allowed me to be to kind of feel out everyone else's emotions and see where they were at, and then see if I could change those emotions. And so easily, I did. So if you go tomorrow without complaining again, and it's just, or maybe it was just easy for you, try to change others who are complaining. And I did notice one thing: people who do complain love to complain. However, they hate to complain to somebody who gives them a positive to their very negative outlook. Because then they can't mellow in it. Then they don't have someone to sulk in it. And then they can't sulk. And maybe they like sulking. They don't even know they like it, but they probably do, because that's the only way they know how to be. But if you give them another option, it's like, okay, you're not going to listen to this at all. Okay. And pretty soon people just don't complain to you because they know that you're just not going to have to hear about it. And it's not that I don't feel like I'm desensitized to anybody either. I feel like if you come to me with a general, like a really bad day, like someone died, like I'm going to counsel you, I'm going to help your emotions. I'm not just going to kick you out the door, but at the same time, I'm also, when you're done, when you've said everything, I'm going to do my best to make you feel good. Like you're going to leave my presence and you're going to feel better about when you first came in and you were in tears. So today my daughter came home, and she said she had the worst day at school ever. Her school life is actually so bad with bullying, she's transferring her schools. And that's tough. It's got to be tough on her to have a mom who's so positive and makes it look so easy. Because it's real. It's not so easy for other people, which is another reason why I did this whole journey. To hopefully maybe teach people what I do and how I can help you to overcome the difficulties you're going through. So she came home bawling, worst day, worst bus ride ever. So after, holding her and telling her, so honey, I'm so sorry. All I can tell you is that you're not going to see these people again next year. You're going to have a whole new start. But these are the people that you surround yourself with. These are the girls that you partake with as well. If you stop talking badly about people or stop complaining about people, those things don't come around you anymore. those things just kind of fall to the wayside. Everyone's going to know that you're just not acknowledging in that anymore. If you're not talking bad about other people, what are they going to say about you? Oh, that girl, she's like so too nice. You know? So there's got to be some kind of degree for all young women out there. I was not a nice person during my adolescence. And I talked and spoke badly about people that I had absolutely no business speaking bad about. None. But I did. And I put a lot of people down. I made people feel really horrible about themselves. And now I have a daughter that's going through things that I put others through. So that's tough. Because I know how those girls are thinking. My psyche mine was right on target with theirs. And to see her as a sensitive soul become a victim of an alpha female, it's like wrenches my heart. Because as much as I want her to be this tough alpha, tons of confidence, smiley, happy, take charge of life, it's just not her. And I've accepted that. So what can I do to make her day better? And that's coaching her happiness. And that's something, adolescence is just an experience we all have to go through. But at least I can maybe take off the edge and do what I can to help build her confidence, but also teach you and her and the people that you surround yourself with are the energies that you're going to take in, which is the lesson for day 19. When you leave someone's house, a friend, a family member, when you leave their house, when you get in your car and you're heading out, how do you feel? Evaluate that. That's how I gauge all my friendships. When I'm driving home from whoever house, I'm thinking, that person, am I happy? Am I sad? Am I distracted? How did their energy, how did their presence make me feel? And if it's anything but super pumped up, ready to go, that was an awesome conversation, more than likely, you're going to fall at the wayside of my friendship. Because I'm looking for people to lift me up. I'm looking to lift others up. I'm looking to take people up on this journey. And I think we all should hold ourselves to that. If we're sitting around, and I want to say women mostly only because this is the culture of which I know, and which I've come from, sitting down with my girlfriends, and what are we talking about? We're talking about Hollywood. We're talking about people's lives who we have no control over, no say and no play about, but yet we're giving our focus and our present conversation and our present mindfulness to that conversation. Someone we don't even know, we're never going to meet, and engaging in this gossip. And it's a culture which young women all over grow up in. And without growing up in that culture, how else are we going to act other than to gossip, if that's what we're all doing? But if you stop and you focus on yourself and growing the person next to you and growing yourselves and having conversations on physics and deep space and the possibility of what five dimensions looks like and what 5D is as opposed to 3D, 4D, and how can your mind expand and level of consciousness. If we're having these conversations, what are we doing? We're expanding our minds. We're becoming better people. And we're starting to have this inward look at ourselves. So think about the people that you surround yourself with, whether it be family, whether it be friends, and think about how they make you feel. Is it your husband at the end of the night when you roll over? How does that make you feel? Do you have a heavy chest? Did the day, what's going on between you and your relationship, your really personal relationship? When you roll over at the end of the day and you have that private space, how are you feeling? Because that can be a really big universal sign as to how your relationship is going. If you're feeling weighed down, if you're feeling lonely, those are really big red flags, and the universe is telling you, hey, you're feeling this emotion. There is an action that is making you feel this way, so why not address it? And that way you can start evaluating the rest of your day. I told my daughter, getting back on track, that after she told me the story, I said, so this is what you're going to do. And this is what I hope all of you do when the day just does not go your way and you have no control over the situations that were being played. I said, okay, honey, all right, so this is what we're going to do now. So that happened, and that sucks. I love you. I am so sorry. But this is what we're going to do right now. Because this is right now. We're not living that bus ride. This is now. You're going to go to sleep. And you're going to think about what it was like to have the best school bus ride ever. We're talking, what happened? You can wait to get off that bus and run home and tell me everything that happened. You were the most popular girl. You were liked by everybody. Everyone fought to sit with you on the seat. You were kind. What happened on that bus ride? You rewrite your day. And then use your imagination, honey, because you have the best imagination in the world. And when you wake up in the morning, I want to hear all about it. So it's got to be perfect. I want to hear. And that concept that I've been teaching all of you, I hadn't even thought to teach to my 9-year-old daughter. And that just seemed so silly. It was like, duh. We should all be doing this. And if we teach them at a young age to go to bed on a happy note, well, they're just going to wake up and be happier children. So she's like, oh, wow. She's like, okay, Mom, okay, can I tell you right now? I'm like, no, because you have to fall asleep to that. You got to be thinking about all those details. You got to sleep on it. That's what you got to fall asleep to. And when you wake up in the morning, then I want to hear the details. Okay, all right, good night, Mom. I love you. You know, it completely shifted what was the worst day that she's had so far, and it was, from details, it was an emotional roller coaster for her. To take that from a child who was bawling to a child who was excited to go to sleep, was excited to rewrite her day, and that's all it is, just rewriting our day in our minds to change the route of our happiness. And so she did. She fell asleep, and I can't wait till the morning to find out, how the greatest bus ride ever went. So for you out there, take that, and maybe use that for your family too, and for yourself. That day does not go good. Rewrite it before you go to sleep. Wake up, do your affirmations, do what are you thankful for. And you really can't have anything but a perfect day. So thanks again, everyone, for tuning in and listening to all of this as my journey goes on. I hope that I'm inspiring and helping as many people out there as I possibly can. So thank you all for listening and tuning in. Love you all. Bye.